Congresswoman Jackie Speier of California joins me now. Congresswoman, thank you for your time this afternoon. Let's start with this CR vote. Is the House close to a budget deal, or is the CR just a Band-Aid ahead of a shutdown?
I think the CR will be voted on next week and will have the requisite number of votes. I mean, the last thing that the Republican majority in both houses and the president want is a shutdown. It would really spell a demise of his first 100 days. So as long as it's a clean CR, I think that we will have the votes necessary next week.
But even if you guys, pass something next week, we're looking at 5 months, maybe, I think, until we have to go through all of this again. What's keeping you guys from putting a long-term deal in place?
Oh, good question. We haven't been able to put a long-term deal together for many years. I've been here 9 years, and I think I can count on 2 fingers the number of times we've had budgets that were comprehensive in nature or omnibus bills. So we are expert at kicking the can down the road, and it's very regrettable, but that's the appropriations process today.
Let's talk about the Affordable Care Act. As you know, there's this GOP plan out there that's now being backed by the Freedom Caucus. There's talk of a vote happening as early as next week. Are Democrats concerned that the Affordable Care Act, a.k.a. Obamacare, that it is going to go away sooner rather than later?
Well, I don't think they have the votes. They can only lose 21 votes. It will be dead on arrival in the Senate. I think that the Republicans in the House are thinking long and hard on whether or not they want to be recorded as voting for this measure. This measure is an absolute repeal. It does not protect pre-existing conditions. It doesn't protect kids staying on your plan. It does not have the protections from annual limits, caps, and lifetime caps. And it gets rid of all of the age bands. So that means that you can charge people far more depending on what age they are. It is a horrible bill. And I think they all realize that the Freedom Caucus is really trying to make up for the fact that they got a lot of heat for not supporting the president, and so they're trying to show that they're cooperating. But it is not a bill that will ever see the light of day. As
we're having this conversation, on the other side of the screen, a live look there in Atlanta, Georgia, President Trump set to address the NRA's annual gathering any moment now, we're told. You have been an outspoken supporter of gun control, a victim of gun violence yourself. Is there anything that you can see yourself working on with this president, with this Congress, that's going to meaningfully address your concerns as they relate to gun violence in this country?
You know, Craig, outside my door, I have the pictures of all the people that were killed in mass shootings last year, all the people that aren't mentioned with silence, moments of silence on the floor. I think we all who are very concerned about the gun violence in this country are very anguished right now, because what's being presented in Congress is the NRA wish list, the bills that will allow concealed carry anywhere in the country, regardless of whether a state has a strong position against concealed carry, the background checks that are not required for internet sales and for gun shows. Again, simple laws that we can put on the books to close loopholes in the existing law, and yet there's an unwillingness to do even that. So our best offense this year is going to be a really strong defense, because there's going to be an effort for the NRA to undermine what little laws we do have on the books.
California Congresswoman Jackie Speier. Congresswoman, thank you for your time. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. I will.
Speier, I'm sorry, Congresswoman. I butchered your name.